Hi guys! Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Love Friday show. Yes, my name is Zama Bolabal, and yes, you can call me the Vibe Queen.
And yes, my name is Bimi, the pod Miss.
Yes, and it's the Love Friday show, and on the Love Friday show, we talk about anything love, heartbreak, as in pay breakfast, like marriage, like just a lot of trendy stories about love, around love, and general topics that we can learn from, things that have to do with love. And today we're going to be talking about a spouse's family's weird practices. I know that topic is bulky. I am wondering where are we going to? But so recently there's been like two stories that clashed. And then they inspired this topic. Now, it's not like the stories were affirmative about their weird practices, but the first one was. So if you follow the Diary of a Niger Girl, Dang Ife Agoro, she posted a video where she read like a message from one of her followers that she got. And it just got me thinking. So let me just summarize what, the whole thing was about, right? So she said, according to her, this lady sends her a DM in October 2023. But now, people like that, they would hardly see all their DMs at once. So it took her a while before she spotted the message. And so she read it and she found out that this lady said she was comfortable with her own lifestyle. She was an independent woman. Like I think she used to fix nails for people. Like she had like high network clients. Like she used to fix nails. She was really fine and okay. Then she met this guy who was like a rich spoiled brat, like a rich guy, he bought her.
These boys. But anyways, okay.
He bought her, like, in no time he got her a car. He got her a space for her business, like house. Like he just started spoiling her, and she was so like into him already. Like she was used to the soft life already.
Obviously.
And that there was even a time where she was asking like, wait, because she was like, it was open with everything, like everything was going well, but he never introduced her to his family. Like he never took her to his family. So and he explained that he wanted them to get married first and to get engaged first. So after 2 years, he proposed to her. It was lovey-dovey. Baby, you not even heard the main gist. Be coming down.
I didn't see your parents. I didn't even see any of your family members.
Parents
is like far, like still like extreme, but I didn't see your sister or your brother.
But he had his reasons, yeah.
Why?
I'm going there now.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay.
So he proposed, and after he proposed, it was like, okay, now you get to meet my father, but there's something I need to tell you, and this is the reason I didn't allow you meet my father and my mom, for a while now, because we have like a practice in our family. All my brothers who got married, they've done it, or whoever wants to marry must do it. Like it's
like a tradition.
It's a way to keep the tradition and all of that. And she was like, what's that? And like, so you have to sleep with my father once. Don't throw up yet, Gary. And he just said it's just once. Like it's just once.
It's just once for me.
Like it's just once. And she was like, what kind of madness is this? Like, because she was stuck. Oh mama, and she was stuck, and it was like, if we don't do it, what's going to happen? Because I can't.
Exactly.
And she was like, if we don't do it, then they are going to lose everything that they have, like the wealth now. And so the girl was even saying, maybe we should go and start somewhere else. Like it's better. And they're like, no, we will not have anything again.
Like literally, that's the end.
Yeah. So
So there's no like starting all over, get your own money, your own.
Is the guy even saying Shebi is just once? Like nobody never leaves the family. It's just going to be a family thing. Like nobody knows.
It's the fact that I'm even considering it. Wait, asking if we can start on. Why am I not out of the door at that moment?
Hey, but the sad thing is, we really do not even know what
If she did it.
If she did it, because, like I said, Ife responded late,
Mhm.
and so Ife said she sent a message that, I'm so sorry, I'm just seeing this. Please don't do it. Can we talk now? She didn't respond. Then Ife now sent another message that, sorry, please, can I make a video? Can I do a video about this? And she responded to that saying, no, no, of course you can. So she responded to that, of course you can, but the rest, she did not respond to it.
So, sister, you've done it.
So we don't now know if she has done it or she has not done it, but people had a lot to say. Then I now we came across this one where, what's his name now?
It's not Ned.
Ned, yeah. Ned said, well, that might not even be a ritual practice. That might just be a personal decision. Like
I feel it's personal decision, but then people were like, what is it?
Like you have different wives, but you don't want anybody to have touched like a woman you want to marry. Like, what's the
that is not a valid opinion if you ask me, because I feel men, I'm not justifying it though. Men obviously are like promiscuous. They marry more women basically.
So can you be a second one?
No, God forbid. I say that's why I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying it. I'm just generalizing it. I'm just generalizing that men marry more wives, right? But the fact that he marries more wives doesn't mean he doesn't have his own rule or principle. He might want to marry 20 wives, but make sure that each wife is the first person testing them, and the only person testing them. It's just like that. It's just someone's thing. And other people, whether you have, I have male friends that will say that they don't want to get married to a virgin, not because of anything, but it's just that even though they love the girl, they will tell the girl like, guy, go and do it outside. Doesn't mean I will marry you.
I've heard about that. I've heard people say that. But so let's even say for Ned, that's just like a personal decision.
Yeah, it's just
like
his personal decision.
What I want in a woman. After all, he has the money. So yeah.
So he can use his money to tell you what he wants.
But let's just push that aside. Let's now come back to the topic, like your spouse's family weird practices or traditions.
Yeah.
So from the first story, it shows that, and I've heard this thing before where when I was way younger, I think I attended like a singles program, and the pastor was saying the things that people should talk about during talking stage is not what they talk about. Thank God we talked about talking stage in our last episode, right? And and he said, like, you need to discuss what are your family battles. Well, those that are not religious might not believe in this, but these things are true. Like, what are your family patterns? What are your family battles? What are your family practices?
Yes, because your spouse might not know, and you asking would actually jog their memory. And like, I need to ask.
I have an aunt that got married, and she got married to a particular tradition where she lost her husband, and they had to lock her in the lonely bush or whatever. I used to watch that in movies, but like I didn't believe it happened.
Mad.
But it still happens. They locked her there. They needed to be sure she wasn't the one that killed him. They were feeding her like,
You want to be sure I'm not the one that killed my husband.
And then people even say they still do that thing where they would bait the corpse, the dead body, and then tell the widow to drink. So there are different families with weird practices. I know this one was said in church, but it happens. Like I know that particular program I said I attended. The man said, this lady had already gotten into the whole thing before the guy said, so our first sex, because he agreed not to have sex for marriage and all, no wala. So the first sex was like their family serpents. No, so some people might say this is spiritual, right? But a lot of things happen. Like their family serpent has to sleep with her first. So there are a lot of things that we watch. See, there are a lot of things that we watch in movies that we feel they do not happen, but they happen. And it's just like, I've also attended a friend's wedding where, they had to say like, after the marriage, like after the reception, the girl has to go to the guy's family house. They have to wash her feet. Okay. Some people like after marriage, I'm going to my husband's house straight.
Yeah, wash my feet.
These ones, they were like, they have to like wash her feet, then before she steps into the guy's house,
like
so
the
that
Indians
you
do.
stop the whatever bad luck, or I don't know
Which bad
what
luck
it
happened for my
is.
father's house?
But really, what do you think about
But I feel it's absurd. But then there are some traditions that are needed.
Okay,
How will
like
I
which
put
one
it?
is your own?
I don't have. That's the point. I need to even gonna ask. Like now that I
Are
say,
you sure you don't have? Abi, you don't know that you
let's
have.
say I don't think we have, because at least we've married some
Maybe, what if
women
you won't
into
tell
the house.
us he
No, I
wants
feel
to marry?
since it's family, you would
You
know.
would know, yeah.
There's no
true.
house. Since it's family, you know. There are some things that will happen, But with married wives, and
But
they will just marry after church, and this
do you have a
reception we
sister?
go. No, I don't.
You're the only girl now. What if it's your own time that
And
daddy
but we've
will not
married
tell you
women
that?
now. We've married women into the
Women
house.
is different. Maybe when the men are marrying, they are marrying into the family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's when they are marrying, like we are now, they are marrying from another family.
And that's what I'm saying. You said, do I have any
A
tradition
sister.
in my family?
Mm.
That's what I'm saying, that I don't know, because I've not
Mm.
seen any. I'm not saying maybe if I
Say
marry
your
into my
husband's
husband's house
wife,
or something like that. But for my family, I don't think we have any tradition.
I still even
But then,
understand the likes of you need to like all these Igbo traditions where they will write like a list of things. That's still
Yeah.
part of family traditions. Because there's this
and those are still,
they
even
are
though
still
even though it's
some
outrageous,
yeah,
but then
but they're still
there was one I heard when I was young, where I think it's the Awusa. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. But then when we're young, they will say that if you want to marry a woman, if you are like 2 or 3, they will have to flog you.
Yeah,
I know that can withstand you.
yeah, I heard about that too. I think
At least that one is still funny and still.
has to do with the northern.
That one is still funny and still able to hear, but then not the one that I have to.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you're neck deep into a guy, like you're in love, like this first story I shared, and after you've already posted the pictures, because I know you, baby, you'll be so excited that I said yes, blah blah blah, and then the guy is like, okay, before we even here, we started planning. In fact, let's say in not even wait, it's hall, you've done all of that, and he says, sorry,
So I have to
so
sleep
the
with your
tradition,
father.
you have to sleep with my dad, but it's just once.
But it's just once.
Then
And
what
she
is it?
happily
It's
posting
easy to
it.
say.
Remember
He has gotten a car, an apartment. You are seeing soft life in front of you.
Wow. How will I look at my father-in-law after?
He said,
how will the mother-in-law look at me
I
after?
forgot to mention that part. He said it's to foster the bond in the family.
Bond of Shiwole foster. Is it top bond? It will no.
Especially because there's no justification to it. Yeah, but the most annoying part is even that he now said, like, if we don't do it, the family will be broke.
That means you are using my glory now, because I don't understand. You are using my glory to,
now we don't even know whether she did it or not. But guys, like, let's even ask.
I will even ask a question.
If you were in her shoes, what would you do?
Will
you throw a relation? Because me, I've heard that people do a lot of crazy stuff for what's it called now? For love or for money, especially because he's rich. Like they'll just say, some girls will say, oh, maybe it's just once. So guys, want to hear from you. Like, will you do it?
Your father-in-law is just
one.
And me and my mother-in-law will be hugging each other after.
I remember when we were gisting in the workstation, one of our colleagues said, oh, maybe she will just wait for the father-in-law to die. That if the father-in-law dies, maybe the tradition, at least, is not her fault. She wanted to, but is dead. What if they not say do it with your brother? The one I even know, and this is still part of family traditions. You know that there are some families where if their brother dies, you have to be married off to the brother.
Yeah, that is also absurd. I don't know why people why would I do that? Why would I marry your brother? Did I fall in love with your brother?
With this one that I heard, I'm just like, well, before I marry anybody, like, please tell me. It's just that maybe this guy is even nice. What if he had married?
He's not telling me on the wedding night.
Even the Bible says that on the basis of deceit, divorce is still. Because I wanted to say, what if he had married her? No turning back. She will go new. There's turning back.
Hey, even though my mom usually shouted that nobody have divorced in our family. Mom, see, Emma Benu. Even if my mom hear this one, she will tell me to come back.
I feel like this still boils down to our last topic in our
Yes,
last
so
episode.
talking stage.
Talking stage, like there are a lot of things we should rather talk about.
Don't be asking, have you eat?
Have you eat? Have you
Have
do
you
this? Have
poo-poo?
you do this? Will you love me for? Yeah, some of these questions are necessary. But oh more, yeah, it feels like as we are growing, our eyes are open to a lot of things that we really need to focus our energy
Sleep
on.
with my
So
father, but it's
they're
just
just
one.
that's the one. Like, maybe because she spoke out, like that's the one we've heard. Like there are other crazier like practices. So the intention or the purpose of this edition is just for you to learn that with the way the world is going now, like during your talking stage with any person you meet, whether boy's family or girl's family, ask what
Where
are
on
your
share?
family practices, what are your family patterns. If you're a religious person like myself, like ask because there are some things so that you know what to pray against. There are some people they will tell you. I know I had someone who once told me that it was always a struggle. Like everybody that got married, like they didn't always give birth early. There are just some things that some people don't believe in that. Well, I beg you,
Oh,
but
speaking
it
of child, so
happens.
there was one I heard that when they give birth to the child, their family snake have to round the child. If it's a bastard, the
Exactly.
child, the snake will
So
eat
these
the
are
child.
family practices.
Sir,
Oh, kini yẹn pọ̀ gan, ó
sir,
pọ̀ gan.
because I born
Or
child, the snake should not, if the
or
child is
you
a
say
bastard,
bring
ever
your child's
angry.
placenta, we have to go and I
Yeah.
also think that it has to do with religion. There are still we have Christianity, we have some people who still do like
I'm just remembering a lot.
idols and all. So you need to be sure where you're going into. If you're
God.
fine with it, cool. So it's not going to be but
Let's say
you
the
are
truth.
just
But
saying,
let's say the truth. You are fine with what?
Baby, you are just speaking for yourself. I'm telling you, the things I have
People
heard
are fine
that
with it.
people do for love or for money, it's crazy.
That one that snake will round the child. What if the snake is hungry at that point? You know, and
I've
that is not a bastard.
a story where
Hey.
there are different practices. There are different fetish. Yeah, I think that one is even fetish.
I know fetish is different.
Fetish is different.
That one
But
is
I just remembered one where I think it was a podcast or something I was watching, and the person said the guy's fetish is all these shows where they cover the person that is speaking, they cover the person's face, and the person was like, the person's fetish is maybe you need to lick his poo or something. But some people do it. Maybe it's somebody that said she was doing it, but it's still
did not lick it again.